Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a professional 3D burning logo, just like you see in this picture. I'm only going to show you the creation of fire with logo, and not the whole background things. Also, I will use a text object instead of a logo, because you need to know the simulation and shading part only. After that, you can apply this technique to your own custom logo. So, without further ado, let's get started. Open Cinema 4D. I'm going to add a text object. In the text field, type any alphabet or text you want. I'll type X for this tutorial. Change the height to something like this. Also, decrease its depth value. Click on this text object, and add turbulence FD emitter tag to it. Come down to this emitter tag, and set this fuel value to 2, and burn to 1. Go to Plugins, and open Turbulence FD menu window. Move it to the side. Add Turbulence FD container. Move it up. And change the container size like this. Place this container in such a way that the logo sits right in the center. Now, go to the Simulation tab. Open this timing section, and change it to 70%. Come down to Vorticity section, change it to 20. I found this value to be perfect for this tutorial. Also, change the Intensity channel to Density. Set Turbulence to 15, and change the Intensity channel to Temperature. In the Temperature section, we can change the cooling to 10%, and buoyancy to 70. Go to Density, and make it active. Here, change the dissipation to 10%. Come down to the Fuel channel. This is the most important channel. Here, we can see Fuel Diffusion field. This controls how quickly fuel diffuses in our simulation. I'm going to set it to 5. The next one is Burn Rate. It specifies the amount of fuel that is burned in every frame. The faster it burns, the more burn and temperature will be created. So, set it to 1. Expansion. It specifies how much the gas expands per burnt voxel of fuel. I will set it to 0.3. Temperature emission controls the amount of heat generated. If you increase it, you'll get more fire. Set it to 1.4. Density emission controls how much density is generated per unit of burnt fuel. So, more density emission, you'll get more smoke. I'm going to set it to 7. Come to the Burn channel, and make it active. We don't need to change any values here. All is good, so let's move ahead. In the Viewport Preview tab, change the channel to Density. Go to Rendering, Smoke Shader, and change the channel to Density. Now, we're good to start the simulation. But, before that, I'm going to increase the frames to 200, to get some extra time. Start the simulation. Actually, I'll increase the voxel size for faster simulation tests. Now, it is rendering much faster. Render this to see fire and smoke. Again, Adjust the container size like this. Also, increase the voxel size to 4. Start the simulation. Hit render to see the fire. Now, go to emitter tag. Then open texture section. Go to volume texture and choose gradient type. Adjust this gradient to something like this. Now, I am going to add a tube object. Rotate it like this by 90 degrees. Adjust its shape, size, position like mine. Also, enable slice and adjust its settings. Add turbulence FD emitter tag to this object. And enable collision object. That's all. When we start the simulation, we see that simulation is interacting with the tube. Stop simulation. Hit render to see the result. Decrease voxel size to 1. And start our final simulation. It will take some time, so I'll fast forward this. Now, the simulation is completed. We can scroll to any frame to our likeness. You can see the detailed simulation and its interaction with the tube. If you render, you get some pretty amazing result. Now, I'm going to open Octane Live Viewer. Start the render. I'm gonna adjust some environment settings, so that you can see clearly the rendered view. Right now, we don't see anything, because we need to add an Octane object tag to our turbulence FD container. So, add that tag to the container object. Immediately, we see fire and smoke in our live viewer. I'm gonna pause it. Quickly add a plane. Decrease its segments to 1. Make it editable. Go to Edge Selection mode. Select this edge, hold Ctrl, and drag it up to create a backplate. Again, start the live viewer. We can now see some reflections going on. Click on this Octane object tag. Go down, and click on this volume medium. We can change the overall density of fire and smoke here, by this density amount. With this volume step length, we can control the density of fire. Set these values to something like this. Come down to the emission section and click on the volume gradient. You can change the gradient colors here as you want. Go back and click on texture emission. decrease the power a little bit. Go to absorption and change the color as you want. Adjust the color in the scattering section also. Just play with the values of color that you like. After adjusting the color values, I'll add an Octane diffuse material to the text. Click on it. Go to Emission. Black Body Emission. Here. Turn on Surface Brightness, and decrease its power value. Then click on Texture, and select Noise. Again, click on Texture, and select Colorizer. Click on it. Change colors of this gradient. And change the noise type to some noise. Adjust some settings, like I am doing. Now, go to Displacement. Add displacement. Select a noise texture, and change the noise type to some noise. Here, adjust the mid-level and amount value. Change the level of details to 2K. Select the text object. Place it just ahead of the smoke like this. From here, you can change the settings, play with the color values, add your own material, objects and play with them. Create your own projects with your own ideas. Similarly, I also created my logo design. So, if you have time, please watch this breakdown of my logo creation process.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go.
Now we're back from the dead. We're back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
Back. the dead.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Back from the dead.
We're back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
That's all for now. I hope you liked this video. If so, then do subscribe my channel for more awesome contents like this. Give it a like, and share this video with others. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.